hopefully we can also get some progress on my alliance coming in with Bahrain. Actually pretty damn close, I can tell you that. Maybe another few months, and then I'll have them.
Speaking of which, how's mine doing with the UAE?
I'm even really close to getting an alliance with Kyrgyzstan already. Oh, wow. So I have a lot of things coming in, and then when this is done, I think I'll probably set up this invasion. And all the while, I'll just be letting more military units get pumped out.
Kyrgyzstan still won't take a full transit treaty, but they'll take air transit and criminal expedition. Get some more treaties with Iran, improve my friendship relations with them. Military production's going good. I'm putting some bases closer to the Indian border. Hey, I can see inside Iran now. Yay.
Hey, I can't.
Russia
Probably
wants
could
to
if I
sell me
paid them.
some
Yeah, I could
rubber.
pay them for that ability. I just don't want to pay them for it.
Tajikistan, I definitely want to work on some treaties with them. Neutral as well.
I'm cold with them. I need a blanket.
You need more than a blanket. You need one of those heating robes. Oh, good. Kyrgyzstan is neutral with me now.
Yeah, I've been working pretty heavily on them. I'll have an alliance with them soon.
I just want to be their friend, so Russia will be my friend. Still indifferent, damn it. Plus, I think like your treaties have been helping out too, because I've been I haven't really been doing anything, but my status has been going up. Like a lot of these stand nations, I was actually pretty cold with.
Me too, but I've only been working on Kyrgyzstan and Uzbekistan mainly. Or sorry, Kazakhstan. If I ever want to get full, real naval control over like the oceanic region, Australia and New Zealand are going to have to die. The problem is that they have alliances with the United Kingdom and Canada, the both of them. So I can't really get that kind of control. These other minor nations, they don't really matter because they're not enemies, you know?
Right.
If anything, I'd like to work my way into the mainland to avoid having to fight for naval dominance with the allies of the United States, because that is a fight that I will never win. Ever. I want to be a regional naval power, sure, but regional is the key word.
Yeah, not global.
Yeah. I want to see if I can work my way up towards India or something, not work my way out towards the United States. I don't want to piss off NATO right now. Gotta take our victories if we can get them, and Indochina looks ripe for the fucking picking. There's population in there, there's infrastructure, there's resources. all kinds of shit. And then when that's like taken over, like Bangladesh, you know, India, everything we could ever want is there except for GDP. We take over all of that somehow, and we will have the potential to surpass basically everybody. The potential to. Very important to specify that. All of my hydro plants, except for one, has finished.
Oh, that's good. I'm still waiting on all my nukes. Like, give me that power, damn you. Oh, Iran wants to buy uranium.
My production has finished as well. My military production on land is now up to 12.
Nice. What's mine at? I haven't checked it. I am at 12 as well.
I do have a location where I could afford to go make some more. Like an already semi-developed island. But I'm going to save that for now. It's my island with my city of Makassar on it.
So, here's something that's going to worry the rest of the world. Iran wants to buy uranium from me. Sure. You enrich that shit.
That's a little troubling, all right. I'd be worried about that.
They're my buddies, they're my friends. There are Muslim brethren.
New alliance formed, Slovenia and Bulgaria.
Ooh, the former Eastern blocs.
I'm sure my economy is going to heat up even more. My economy is catching up more and more still. This is one thing that going to war will also help, by the way, is to slow down your economy if you need more room to expand. Because two things happen when you take over a country. Number one, you get their population. And if their population was higher than their infrastructure already, their economy was slow. I mean, Malaysia's economy is pretty fast-paced right now. Then that can help lower your overall inflation to give you more room to expand. Another thing it does is lower your tourism. And tourism is like free economy, basically. It's your economy just working in the background.
Yeah.
Since it lowers your tourism, you actually get less inflation, and thus you have more room to expand. But this can also hurt you. This can be a bad thing.
All right, we got a lot to work on too. So let's see here. Was there any supply right here? Or what he was saying earlier about the supply? Oh yeah, plenty. Oh yeah, we got supply everywhere for the most part. Down here. Be a good idea to build supply here, maybe like right here. Diplomacy's going up really good. Economy, okay. Inflation's starting to tick back down. Unemployment's at 3.4%. Back up to a nice, healthy $14 billion here. All right, let's see what else we can do. That's done. Naval production is done. God, I want that research center to be finished already. I'll let the minister do the research spending. And I'll let these last units finish up building, and then we'll maybe switch it up a little bit. Land auto build on for Navy. We'll tell our minister. Alright. I heard some gunfire right now, so I just put it on pause real quick.
Oh, the gunfire happens. It's just neutral nations incurring in the background.
Oh, okay.
It's a very normal thing. AI are retarded. That's literally all that is. I know someone I could befriend next, by the way. Hong Kong.
You might as well. It's not like you have to worry about China anymore.
Yeah, and South Korea's probably going to be best friends with them anyways, so they could be a good one.
God, so to break even, I would have to build Oh boy. So that'd be basically then a nuke plant is going to get me 10,520 units. I'm just trying to do the math right now, how many I would need to break even on my power.
Yeah. In terms of the overall, like 10, just 20. Most efficient thing to build for like getting as much power out as possible with the least amount of resources is probably coal, honestly. At least for most of the game.
Okay, so I would need 25 more nuke plants to break even. Which over time would cost $75 billion. Yeah. That's not including the maintenance.
Amount of money needed to pay for it. That does not take into account industrial goods and labor. Actually, that takes into account labor, but not after.
I could build a few more coal plants here and there. Not too many, but enough to help.
This is why I'm doing hydro. I'm not reliant on a resource. The moment I build it, it's done. I just have to pay the annual maintenance, and that's it. It won't raise my my environmental spending fees. I usually like to just stay as clean as possible because of that.
That might not be a bad idea for me to go to then, because I have quite a bit of hydro I can use.
The problem with building hydro, though, is it takes a fuck ton of industry goods, and that's your main limiting factor, because that stimulates the shit out of your economy.
Well, lucky for me, I got a stock of 542,000, and I'm in a positive production of 4,000.
You'll be impressed when you start to build a lot of hydros at once, how many industrial goods hydro actually uses. I think by the end of 2024 here, wow, we started today in 2023, but by the end of 2024 here, I should be going to war with Malaysia.
Okay, cool. I have to watch that. Speaking of which, well, not worse, but let me see. How's my relationship with the UAE doing? My people feel satisfied towards the UAE, but their people feel indifferent.
Yeah, it's their people. That's the important one. When you declare war on someone, by the way, the diplomatic penalty you take around the world is determined by a lot of things, but the main thing that stops someone from being affected by it is if you have that full alliance. Full allies will almost never be affected by when you declare war. Like when I go to war with Malaysia, that'll make it harder for me to befriend everyone I'm trying to befriend, but it's still something I can do. I can still pull it off.
It's just going to take a lot longer in the long run.
It's going to take a little bit longer in the diplomatic side of things. It's just, that's where you have to balance. Is the goal I have from going to war worth the diplomatic penalties and economic penalties that I will take from doing it?
Damn it, UAE. Love me.
It'll take time. It took me like a year or so to get their alliance going.
Ooh, I can get a formal alliance with Kuwait. Should I do it?
If you want. I haven't even started working on them.
Sure, why not?
That's someone I can definitely get an alliance with later on. I'm sure your alliance will help.
I'm going to get the formal alliance with the UAE.
Oh, you can get it now?
Without bribing them, yes.
Oh, dude, awesome. Wow, that's like the most progress you made diplomatically in a while. UAE and Kuwait. I don't have Kuwait, but eventually I'll get them since you got them. Now, if only you could get the Saudis.
Yeah, their civilian thing hasn't moved a damn inch. Nothing. So, I'll work on everyone around Saudi Arabia, though. Start funding Qatar and Oman. Get a little bit more friendly with them.
You're just going for everyone that I didn't go for. Oman is pretty cold towards me.
Trying to go everyone like around Saudi Arabia since I figure I'm not going to get it. I have a better chance of getting an alliance with Iran than the Saudis. At least that'll help cover my my western flank.
Yeah. If you get an alliance with Iran, you can help cover your western flank.
Yeah, if the Israelis decide to push into Iraq.
All right, September or October here is going to be the invasion date for Malaysia. Hopefully, about 100 of these newer troops will be enough. My budget's holding fine. Let me try boosting that up to high funding and see if I can maintain that. Because their military approval rating will make all the difference in any attempted invasion.
I'll switch mine to
approval
high
rating
too.
is going. Oh my god, it's going down like crazy now. Huh. Pretty much ready for the war whenever I want. It's just a matter of getting that approval rating down. I'm going to provide the modern equipment on top of the high funding because
That's what I'm doing.
It's dropping pretty crazy each day now.
We're down to 79% now. And my budget's maintaining, so I can keep that funding up even during the duration of the war.
I'm going to go up to max my family subsidy, and that's good. We can hold our budgets while doing that. They should fucking collapse. Look at their approval rating, so sensitive now, because it was averaging 84% just with their current military spending. So their units must be in a bad state, and most of them, I think, aren't even deployed. So I can see around their bars that they have some kind of, not all their units, but some of their units have an efficiency problem. These are probably recently deployed AA guns or something. Some of their deployed ones are already good, but...
Oh yeah, I just dropped from 79 to 78.1.
Yeah, it's going down a good bit every day. I'm going to just let that take its toll for a week or a few weeks. Because, again, they'll crumple. Not only will their units crumple, but the lower the military approval rating, when you take their capital, especially, the more likely you are to just force a surrender. Just in the snap of a snap.
Yeah, I get it. It'll end quickly. They won't be able to move their capital. Or they won't move their capital.
Yeah, they still might, but, you know, their eastern territories are probably not very defended. They're probably pretty easy to take anyway. Supply would be the biggest issue, but I'm pretty sure I could take all that. There's a road connecting pretty much all of it. It goes through Brunei, but I think I have full transit through Brunei anyway.
Oh, if I were to declare war on them too, shoot. You could take the mainland. I'll take this little island off Brunei. But I'm not going to do that.
No, Brunei is Brunei. I'm not going to war with Brunei.
No, the island... just by Brunei, or it's on the same island. You got Brunei, you got Malaysia, and then you got you.
Yeah, I know. Oh, you want the eastern part?
You can have it. I'm not going to go to war anytime soon. I'm just saying, it's like I could.
In my land anyway. You wouldn't really benefit too much from having stuff over here. Not that it would hurt, but you wouldn't benefit really. You got Afghanistan to work on. I see you've developed Afghanistan's infrastructure with railroads. Looking good. Way more developed already. And I see you interspersed some military complexes. That's good. And supply depots. Very, very smart. Yeah, their supply is already a lot better. You can see it radiating off that one military complex where you put the air base. If you turn off the ownership and look at just the supply level filter, you can see how much supply is coming from that one base. If you put the air base, like another air base in that western one, that could also be another little hub. And you could make railways going north and south from there to expand the supply even further. But, I mean, right now, this is good. This is a far more developed Afghanistan.
Yeah, I'm still working on it.
Yeah, it's good, though. You'll have made it much better. Your population's about to catch up to mine, by the way.
Oh, good.
That'll change when I take Malaysia.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say right now. Like, you're about to inherit a lot more.
Malaysia. Either way, population is just population. It's not the most important statistic in the game, but it has its uses. Well, let's go ahead and declare war.
Well, there we go.
Why are they just shot missiles at a complete neutral in the ocean? That was weird. Alright, so yeah, they have a whole swarm of units coming up to me right now. Let's see if I can deal with it. I'm not so sure. This is entirely IOFs. Did they just mass deploy these?
Yep.
Yeah, they did. Well, let's take a look at if it's going okay or not. It's going pretty... No, wait, where am I? I don't even know where I am. Oh, okay. It's going evenly so far. Alright, got Johor Bahru. That lets a lot of my units move out, and we desperately needed that land in order to move out. That was a pretty big deal. War declared.
I support your war.
It's a pretty even war so far. 7 kills, 7 losses. I guess it's just who has more units. But we freed a lot of the allied units here that we have. Some of my units are leaving, and I don't know if that's because they need to heal or what, so I'm just going to send them back just in case that it's just the or what. Let's see, the enemy's military approval rating's down to 63%.
And they got a lot of units in retreat.
We are slowly pushing forward. It's 10 kills, 9 losses. Pretty even. I don't usually like to have even. I usually like it to be a slaughter. But we are managing. As you see, we've pushed out from Singapore. Oh boy. I do think we are getting some help from some of the, like, arty. Yeah, we are. From, like, some of the Middle Eastern arty that's here. They can't push, but they can do damage at least. Look at my military goods. We have plenty of military goods to go around. Lost 13 units, killed 16. So it feels like it's going to be up to whoever has more units at the end of the day.
A war of attrition?
Yeah, big war of attrition.
Well, you're sending a lot of them in retreat. They're falling back to the capital to heal.
Are they going there to heal? Yeah, a lot of them do feel like they're going there to heal.
Well, they're coming back with another wave.
They have a lot of IOF-2s. That's a lot of offensive units that are being a problem.
Your units to the north are breaking out.
We're getting around them to the north, but they just have like endless waves of these units coming in, and that's really the biggest problem. They're pushing south. Like, they just push all the way to fucking Johor Bahru, which I only had an arty there. Because most of my units needed to go heal. Now this is the big problem I'm seeing. It's just that my units end up needing to go heal because I don't have a foothold here. They go heal at the capital.
Yeah, so any land you gain, you lose right back. You want me to give you some frigates for naval support?
Their navy's not much of an issue.
Well, just to help with some coastal bombardment.
I mean, you could do that if you want, but Really, it's just land forces needed to push through the center land here. That's all that's really needed. It's 25 and 23 right now. It's a little back and forth on the front, but overall, main thing is just keeping a bunch of units out there. My units run back and then they run back to a port. It would be nicer if they had a closer port. If they just, yeah. Closer port would definitely help. How many of these units are theirs? Not a whole lot. It's 30 and 26. It's pretty much slowed down just because most of my units have to go heal. We've killed 42 and lost 26, so the odds have gotten a little bit better. I just need to be able to get more of my troops back over there, really.
Yeah, and keep hitting them with wave after wave.
Yeah.
IOF2s.
Yeah, they just come in with like a bum rush of IOF2s back and forth.
And Centurion tanks.
Huh. A funny little pincer movement in the back. $47 and $30. Wasn't quite the overwhelming force I was hoping for. They seem to have about the same amount of troops as me, honestly. And their troops aren't so bad just because of what their troops are. Their troops are mainly IOF2s. They're about even with mine.
Yeah.
So the big thing about this is they just have this like home field advantage. That's kind of annoying to work with.
Oh, their military is down to 58.9%.
Yeah, that's not enough by the looks of it, because they're still fighting back.
Oh, they're sending... They got a lot of ships inbound, too. Get your patrol boats out there, sink them. Or subs.
On the east, though, we're doing pretty well. Like, if you look at Borneo, where their other territories are, mainland Malaysia is kind of a slog, but figured I'd take what I can get, and we're eating Malaysia up in Borneo near Brunei. They're not really stopping us over there. My Navy's helping out, too. We're kicking out all of their ships, and still pretty back and forth, but we seem to have the overall advantage. The one advantage they have over me here is missiles. That's the biggest thing. Maybe when I finish securing the eastern part of Malaysia, we can reroute these forces over to the main part of it.
That's what I was going to say. Oh, there's that South Korean aircraft carrier. I see it now.
Yeah, you see it? It's placed pretty funny. Alright, cool. The whole western part of Borneo is under key. It's up to 65 and 69. A little not in my favor right now. That's not exactly good. We have most of these places under control on the eastern part. Oh, the Malaysians are actually sending out their own merchant marines.
That's what I was saying.
funny.
If you have any subs or anything, get some in there to start sinking them.
There's ships in the area, yeah, and they're attacking. We're killing some of their units like this. I think the sea transport is a weakness for both of us, not just one of us right now. Interesting, but they had to take them away from their mainland to do that, so they're going to run into the same issue that I'm running into. Man, just the logistics of this is the biggest pain in the ass. Like I told you, this is the foot in the door kind of scenario.
Looks like you're...
Now that we're fighting over Borneo, neither of us really has enough troops over on mainland Malaysia, but it's falling. Pretty even loss to still 82 versus 74. Wow, this is the least efficient war I've ever fought in this game.
Yeah.
But
It looks
like
like
I said,
your line is kind of like stabilized now, at least on the mainland. For the most
yeah,
part.
but there's not a lot of troops over there. I don't really consider that much of a line. It's definitely an active battlefront, but...
Yeah, over on the eastern island is where all the action's going on.
Yeah, and they're sending a lot of their troops over to this eastern island right now. Troops that definitely cannot stand up to me. I got a whole force heading northeast up the island towards their remaining cities. The infrastructure here is just terrible. It's just dog shit. They have so many reinforcements coming over here. Why are they doing that? That's just gonna weaken them on their main island.
It's the AI.
I mean, alright, well, we're fighting in the jungles, so that's fun. Up to 114 kills and 81 losses. This is not as easy as going after Afghanistan, I gotta tell you this. We did take Tawau. We took Tawau. They're fighting me with T-80Us? Oh shit, they have some pretty good tanks then.
Oh,
We're getting some naval bombardment on them.
Those must have been those ones that I accidentally sent them.
Oh yeah, they might check if they're still in your territory.
They're not.
They
Well, one of them is. One of them's still here.
Some of them are, yeah. True.
Yeah, a few of them. Got one, two. Yeah, two of them are still here.
Almost the entire eastern island is mine, no matter how many troops they send over here. I'm only missing like 2 little towns right now. How's their military approval holding up? It's down to 53.4. It's stabilized for sure because they've raised their spending to deal with the war. Soon these towns will be mine.
Okay.
We can get this bloody affair behind us. The next conquest will be far easier. One thing that's making my troops run away faster, by the way, is I have them on low acceptance of casualties, basically. So they run away quicker to maintain their lives. I'm gonna go for Sandakan now. That's the last city they have over here that I have to worry about. Oh, and they didn't have anything here to protect it. They have a little agricultural hub nearby. I can go stomp that out. But generally speaking, that's everything over here I have to worry about. They still have more merchant marines coming in.
They have
landing
Lahad
to fight me here. They have what?
Lahad Datu. No, it looks like that city's about to fall right now.
Oh yeah, I just sent troops there. So that's good. That's under control. This whole island is mine, essentially. They keep showing up with more troops to fight me here, but they're landing on my territory where there's already a bunch of units, so... Oh wow, they have a lot of troops that are coming from somewhere else, I guess. Merchant Marines, and they're trying to get around somewhere. I don't know where, but they're taking a whole lot of fire as they're trying to pass through Singapore. I got some more infantry on the mainland now that other fighting is done. Their garrisons over here are pretty weak, so we're actually pushing up pretty well. Their air forces are a bit of a nuisance, but they don't have a whole lot defending them up here, and their garrisons are at a disadvantage due to their military approval rating. Again, the least efficient war I've ever fought in this game, but we have 172 kills and 84. We're pulling out closer to a 2-to-1 ratio by the end of this war, and we're coming up on Kuala Lumpur. Well, they're coming up behind me. We gotta get someone on that.
Yeah, looks like they're coming from Lumat. They got an active
Kuala
port
Lumpur
there.
is the biggest thing to capture right now. They've lost so much, they lose Kuala Lumpur, and they're just gonna fucking crumble. Alright, we're taking all these rubber plants. I'm gonna have to repair all of this rubber and everything that's getting hurt here. All of it is gonna need to be repaired. Got a couple towns in between me and my target, but it's going all right.
You got plenty of reinforcements coming up from the rear.
I'm sure I'm letting my AI take care of that. But yeah, I see a gigantic force coming from the eastern island now. And they were still sending their troops over to the east. And that's the biggest thing hurting them right now. We pretty much have like a nice 2-to-1 ratio here. It's actually working out really good, really well. It was a little iffy at the start there. I wasn't sure if we'd be able to do it. They had a lot more IOFs than I thought they did. We got pushed off that main island for sure, but then the fronts changed. We definitely need more troops here still. More offensive troops.
Yeah, about to take Sarabun.
Yeah, it's close. They're pushing in south, getting around me with this IOF too, however. Gotta stop that.
Or Malacca?
Yeah. Went around behind me. Sarabun's pretty much falling. All that's left on it right now is some kind of old anti-tank gun. Oh. Pushed me with something. Come on. Alright, we got Sarabun. Now for Kajang and Port Dixon. And there's just a town called Shalom. Oh hey, the Indonesians are up front with an old tank that they're helping me with. And a helicopter. Wow, yeah, the Indonesians are helping me with their air force and their very meager land military. That's coming in handy. 207 kills, 87. Yeah, this is set. Like, the result of this war is set. And we got a lot more reinforcements coming in through Singapore now.
God, that's almost
wow, I'm so glad I befriended Singapore. Let's get that fucking rush, man. You see that?
I'm watching. Let me scroll down in.
Woo, Port Dixon has fallen. Now it's time for Kajang. They got a tow there, though. So that's going to not mesh well with the tanks, but... got a whole bunch more units up on the way. Alright, Kajang is going to fall. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Oh, shit. Look at that damage.
Oh, boy.
And
there you go.
Kajang has fallen.
You got 2 cities.
Up by Kuantan in the northeast, they have a little too many troops. I'm going to try to make sure everyone's focusing over by Kuala Lumpur, because we're just breaking through right now. We've broken through to Ampang, we've gotten through there. Shalam is up next.
Yeah, doing encirclement
has
maneuver.
1 unit left.
You're already hitting Kuala Lumpur.
Yeah, trying to get around it a little bit too, cut off their units completely. Kuala Lumpur, I feel like they'll surrender once this falls. Their military approval rating is plummeting.
Oh god, 44%, yeah.
Ooh, it's so close to falling. 1 garrison left on it, and that's it. Oh, something got destroyed. Whoops. And Kuala Lumpur has fallen. It's fallen completely. We fucking took it. Oh, they moved it up north to IPO. Well, we're gonna make a big rush up to IPO then. See if we can just bum rush it, force them to surrender, scare them out of it. Their military approval's still falling. Just need a nice, good fucking bum rush. Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there.
There you go.
IPO's barely defended. They don't have time to get their forces ready for this.
That's it.
I keep getting their money by taking their capital. Holy shit. All right, where you going now? Where you going now?
Georgetown.
Georgetown? Well, let's see if we can make a big push on Georgetown then. They have a lot of troops up here, though. This might be a little more difficult of a push.
That's it.
They surrendered. Yes. Malaysia's eliminated. It now belongs to me. I got my foot in the door. Now I can make some military infrastructure in Malaysia, and then I'll be good to invade Thailand whenever my military recovers, whenever I want to invade Thailand. I just really wanted my foot in the door more than anything.
And I got those two T-80s back.
Man. There's a lot of rubber plantations and shit here that I'm going to have to repair.
All hail Rez,
from that, so that's
the
really
rubber god of Asia. No, the world.
I am the rubber god of Asia, that is for sure. No, I'm the rubber god of the world. My production is insane now. Woo, shit.